This is Japan just discovered 7,000 new unknown islands by Joey Bissinger. He's also the anime man. Bissinger. I'm sorry, Joey. I don't know how to say your last name.
Hey yo, what up? It's your boy. The world is a very mysterious place. I think they say that we've only discovered like 5% of the world's oceans or something. We've discovered more of our own.
Wait, 7,000 islands? New islands? That's more than the Philippines, I think. No, the Philippines has like almost 8,000, I think. But 7,000 new islands? New plus the already like 2,000 something islands of Japan? That's a lot of islands.
Own solar systems than we have of our very planet that we live in right now. But when it comes to discovering new land, that's a little bit of a different case. I mean, it's so much easier to
claim an
find a
island?
piece of land than it is to find a piece of the vast ocean, right?
True. Can you claim an island if you find it? Like if you discover a new island, can you just be like, this is mine now? Is that a thing? Like if it's not within the 3 kilometers or 3-mile border of any country out to sea, can you just claim a piece of land? I wonder.
No, actually, because in a piece of news that literally just dropped, I actually find a piece of much easier to find a piece of land than it is to find a piece of the vast ocean, right? No, actually, because in a piece of news that literally just dropped, I actually couldn't fucking believe it when I saw this piece of news.
It's
Japan discovered
6,852.
7,000 new unknown islands after fresh survey since 1987. 7,000 new islands has just been discovered. For those of you who don't know,
Since
Japan
1987.
has a ton of islands. As it says here in the subtext of this article, we currently have 6,852 islands. Yes, it is safe to say that Japan, in definition, is in fact...
So they already have like 7,000 plus 7,000 more. Also, it's 6,852 back in 1987 plus the 7,000 that's new, because the 6,852 islands, yeah. So it's now 14,125 islands of Japan. Holy, that's a lot. Where are they though?
fact an archipelago. It is a collection of islands. It's just we have 4 major islands, but other than that, we have lots of tiny little islands, most of them down towards the south. But that is only according to a 1987 study that was conducted by the Japan Coast Guard, and it turns out they didn't do a very good job discovering the islands. A fresh survey of Japan's territorial waters has led to the discovery of...
To be fair, the technology back then was not the best. Like it was way harder to discover anything.
7,000 new unknown islands in the country. After the Japanese government's first official survey of its territorial waters since 1987, the official number of Japan's islands is expected to double from 6,852 to 14,125 with the addition of 7,272 new islands. I legitimately can't fucking believe this. The fact that literally more than half of the islands that were discovered some 35 years ago were just completely missed by the Coast Guard. Like,
it could be that they didn't consider it an island. Is that a thing? Could that have been a thing? Maybe they saw it and then they just didn't consider it an island. Also, volcanic activity as well as earthquakes create islands. They cause the seabed to rise up. So that's also a reason why islands pop up out of nowhere.
That is the biggest L that has ever been received by anybody in the world, I think. Fucking our forefathers who discovered the continents are rolling in their graves right now. Like, just think about it logically, right? How do you miss 7,000 islands? I mean, look, granted, the islands might come in all shapes and sizes, right? It could be just a piece of rock that's sticking out of the ocean to something that is like kilometers long. Either way, I feel that it's pretty difficult to miss an island. I mean, hell, Tom Hanks in Castaway didn't even miss an island, and he lived on that bitch for like some 50 years or something. So it's just incredible that after all this time, when we thought that nope, all pieces of land have been discovered now, it's done. We'll never get a new
There's
discoverer
always
of
more.
any kind of island. It's just done and dusted. Nope, turns out we missed a lot of them. The nation currently comprises of 6,852 islands, but that figure dates back to a 1987 study conducted by the Japan Coast Guard. However, a lawmaker argued in 2021 that the data was old and the true figure could be vastly different. And goddamn, that lawmaker, bang on the money, dude. Someone should give him a raise. The new survey...
This is why you update stats. Who knows? The Philippines had like 7,000 something islands when I was studying in elementary when I was studying in elementary. There's probably more now than there was before. Because again, volcanic activity and tectonic plate movement creates these things.
Which was conducted by the Geospatial Information Authority of Japan, will not increase the nation's territory. However, it would give officials a more accurate picture of Japan's territory. Back in 1987, paper maps were used to tally islands, resulting in the previously accepted figures of 6,852. They also left out thousands of islands, many of which were within lakes or rivers. In addition, volcanic activity has led to the creation of more islands since the study over 35 years ago. However, in the latest study, geographers used the same size criterion, but counted islands using digitized maps and cross-referenced the information with past aerial photographs and other data to exclude artificially reclaimed land. The Japanese government will soon produce more accurate figures of their terrain with the help of the computing based on GSI's electronic land map. So, okay, I get the...
What is an artificially reclaimed land? I don't know what that is.
The whole thing about, like, you know, volcanic land being, you know, I guess a new thing. I mean, you know, granted, Japan has a crap load of volcanoes. In fact, we are literally sitting on a line of volcanoes, many of which are very, very active. In fact, not too long ago, Sakurajima, which is Japan's most active volcano down in Kyushu, just erupted once again. This is not the first time that it has erupted, but the scariest thing is that 2 weeks prior to it erupting, myself and Chris Broad, a friend of the channel, flew over that bitch in a fucking Cessna. So yeah, it's scary to think that we really are at the mercy of the planet.
So that's
right
the volcano
now. But
they
it's
flew
just
over.
Absolutely shocking that it took this long for someone to look at a piece of data and go, wow, this thing's kind of outdated. Are you sure you checked everything? Like,
So you
are
update
you sure
stats.
there are 6,800 islands? I mean, because there could be more out there. And someone was like, no. What do you think? What do you think? Islands just appear out of nowhere?
They do.
Apparently they fucking do. Now
Yeah,
I
they
kind
do.
of want to know, and this is just like a hypothetical from me now. Now I want to know, like, are any of these new islands, these newly discovered islands, inhabited? Because if that is the case,
That's a good
then
question.
that would be huge, because that would mean that
Although I
there is
doubt
a
it.
high possibility, or at least a possibility, that we might have some, like, indigenous Japanese people, or maybe, you know, past relatives of indigenous Japanese people still living on these islands. I mean, you know, there's that island out in the Indian Ocean somewhere, I believe, that the Centennial Island, I think it's called. I'm not...
Oh, I think those are the ones who like throw spears at helicopters and boats and stuff. Like they're kind of hostile to foreigners. Like you can't touch them, and they're still living in like the past.
not going to cover it in this video, just look it up for yourself, but basically it's this island that's off limits now because there is a group of indigenous people still living there, completely unknown, that I am currently making a video talking about them right now. So there is a possibility that out of the 7,000 plus new islands that have been discovered just the other day, there could be one island that houses indigenous Japanese people in it, whether they be Ainu
That would be
or
sick,
the old
though.
Ryukyu people, depending on geographical location of these new islands. There is a chance that there might be some like undiscovered, potentially indigenous group.
I wonder how they would approach the if there was, in the chance that there are indigenous people in one or some of those islands. I wonder how they would go about approaching them, because I'm pretty sure like they probably won't be able to understand each other, because probably the Japanese language spoken by Japan would not be spoken by the indigenous people. If that so happens, I'd be curious to. I'd want to know what's up, like how they did it, if they actually make contact and such.
Group of people just chilling on these islands waiting to be discovered, and when they got the chance in 1987 they were like, yeah, we'll come back to you later. For one, it's super fucking exciting, and like
True.
now I'm just thinking like,
It's very cool.
like, are these like islands up for grabs when it comes to names? Because hey, Japanese government, can I name one of the islands? This is the chance for weebs to rise and for me to kind of collectively come together and name an island Otaku Island, or like
Raffle
Weeb
that
Island,
shit.
or something
Raffle
like
that
that.
shit.
I don't know what the laws are into like naming new islands or anything, but you better be fucking certain I'm looking that shit up right after I post this video. So yeah, that was just like a quick little thing I wanted to touch upon. Just some really exciting news that I
very
was
cool.
shocked to find, and I don't know if it's going to be covered
I feel so
in
tired.
the later days. So yeah, Japan has now more than doubled the islands that is visited. So for those of you who were looking at the number 6,852 and thinking to yourselves, oh, it'd be cool if I could one day conquer all the islands of Japan, well, I hate to say it, bro, your workload has just doubled now. But yeah, super exciting stuff. Looking forward to seeing what the updates to it are. But yeah, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions about that down in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Hey,
That's
if you enjoyed this
amazing.
video, make sure to smack my face right there to subscribe to the channel. Let's keep making big channel number go bigger. And over here next to my head, there's a couple more videos you can check out if you enjoyed this one. And the links to my social media, as well as my TikTok and YouTube shorts, which are blowing up, by the way. Thank you very much. And if you'd like to support the channel, go over to my Patreon, all down in the description below. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
He's so good with the outro. Holy shit. Subscribe, like. Man, that's sick though. I mean, the fact that we're still discovering islands, that's amazing. Who knows, maybe someday in my country it would be updated as well. And then boom, there's many more. Maybe they can give away one island and then I'll win it and then I have my own island. Highly unlikely. Actually impossible, but one can dream.